We need to simplify this and give the answer in standard form, right? So we have two standard form over here. So to combine these two standard form, first for additions, we have to factorize it. And to factorize it, the power for base 10 must be the same. However, the power here is obviously different. So we need to change them to the same power. Do we change both power to be x, or do we change both power to be x minus 1? It's up to you, but usually it's easier if you change the power to the bigger one. So x and x minus 1, which one is the bigger one? X is the bigger one, right? X minus 1 is smaller. So I think it's best if we can change all these 10 to the power of x. It will be simpler. Okay? Okay, now this is already in 10 to the power of x, so we are not changing anything for this standard form. So just rewrite it. Okay. However, for this one, we are changing it. How do we change it? Okay, first we keep as 1.5 here times 10 to the power. Okay. So remember the law of indices, x minus 1. Minus means what? When there's a minus on the power, it means divide, right? It means 10 to the power of x divided by 10 to the power of 1. Am I right? Yeah. So I have changed this format into this. Okay? So far so good? Okay, I've changed the format, right? Changed the way I write it. Okay, once I change the format, it's very obvious that I want to turn this to be just 10 to the power of x. Alright? I don't want this. I don't want divided by 10. Okay, I don't need this one. I want to make sure it's the same. Then after that, I can factorize it. Alright? So I don't need this. But where can you allocate this? No? Divided by 10. Where can you allocate this? Divided by 10. If you do not want to keep your divided by 10 here, it's actually the same value if you put it here, right? Am I right? It's the same thing. Right? Make sense? Still the same value. Right? Because you see, if I have 1.5 times 10 to the power of x divided by 10 is the same as 1.5 divided by 10 times 10 to the power of x. Same thing, right? The value will be the same. The value will be the same. So I can give it, I can move over 10 to the other side. But why do I do that? Why do I do that? You see, okay, now we change the way we write. Okay, this one, nothing changes. Okay, this one, something changes, right? 1.5 over 10, that will be 0.15 times 10 to the power of x. Why do we do this? Why? Why do we do all these things? Because I want this to be the exactly same factor. Because which is the same factor, it's a common factor. I can factorize it and put it in front. Am I right? I can put it in front, 10 power of x, and then I can write whatever is left, right? Whatever is left, that will be 1.5 plus 0.7, 1.5 plus 0.15, am I right? Now then we can proceed from here. But when we do the factorization, this time around, we don't put 10 power x right in front of the bracket, we put it at the back of the bracket. Same thing, right? So what I'm saying is, when I have a common factor of 10 power x, I take it out and I put it after the bracket. It's the same thing. I just have to write times 10 to the power x. And whatever left here, 1.5 plus 0.15, it will be here. 1.5 plus 0.15, because you can combine this part. So the final answer would be 1.65 times 10 to the power of x. So ask yourself, is this a standard form? Yes, because this number has to be between 1 to 10, can be 1, less than 10. And this must be in base 10, this must be in a power, whole number. So that is how you solve this kind of question.